Now that Spade and I are running pretty good together, these are some of the drills that him and I do to continue improving. Before I get into the drills, I kind of want to talk about the mindset when you guys finally start finishing a run that's not half bad. You need to make sure that you're setting small goals. It's so easy to show up and see the fast time and be pissed off that your horse wasn't even close to it. But you have to keep reminding yourself where you came from. Say the fast time was a 14.0 and you ran a 17.3. Your goal for your next run should be a 17.0 or under. You cannot put that kind of pressure on yourself or your horse to just expect that you're going to show up one day and clock right there with the winner. It takes time. You need to set small goals. Because one day you will be clocking with the winner, but it's not because you just woke up and it was given to you. It's because you and your horse busted your ass for it. So you need to give yourself and your horse some grace and take your time. It's okay that you're not running the fastest time in the world. You'll get there. Now, the next thing I wanted to say is you need to remember that smooth is fast. I'm not shitting you when I say every single time Spade and I have run a fast run, it's because the last thing I said right before we took off down the alley was smooth is fast. For example, 2 weeks ago, him and I ran at the top of the 1D. We were 6th against an arena record. There were like 300 horses there. I was so pumped, I literally wanted to cry. Then I show up the next day and all I can think about is what's my time going to be today? So mid-run, I'm no longer thinking about riding my horse correct, being smooth. I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, we got to be fast, we got to be fast, we got to be fast. And we were a full second slower. Don't do that. Be better than me. Anyways, now to the drills. This is how I set up the barrels. These are 2 drills that Allison showed me and I still use them all the time. For the first drill, you're just going to lope your horse around in big circles and you're going to pick a random barrel, and when you're ready to turn it, you're going to yell, hey, and they have to turn. This is going to teach them to always be waiting for your cues and listening and paying attention instead of being off in la la land focusing on what they want to do. Now, the first few times you're going to do this, they're going to juke out some barrels, just like Spade's fixing to do right here. And that's fine as long as you don't let them turn the barrel that they wanted to turn. Make sure you're only choosing whatever barrel you pick. So this next drill is one that I just started doing and I absolutely love it. Basically, behind every barrel, you're going to have a second one far enough apart that they can turn it. And this is going to help when they don't finish their turn, which is very much an issue Spade and I have with our third barrel. Since Spade is a lefty, if your horse runs to the right, you might have to set up your barrels opposite of mine. I only took him through this drill one time because honestly, he did it amazing first try. You could tell he was in one of those moods today that he was just eager to please. Drills like this are amazing because it helps you still work on the pattern without forcing them to do the pattern over and over again. I'm a firm believer in not overworking your horse on the barrels, especially if you're dealing with a horse that's been previously blown up. Now that Spade's running as good as he does, we almost never work on the barrels. Every now and then we'll do drills like this just as a little bit of a refresher, but he doesn't need it. And I don't want to stress him out. I want to keep the time we have together very happy, light, and I know that might sound counterproductive, but I promise it works. At least it has for me and Spade.